A journalist has recently predicted that Rob Pelinka, the general manager of the Los Angeles Lakers, may soon find himself without a job. According to Jovan Buha, a beat writer for The Athletic, Pelinka is likely to become the next scapegoat if the franchise fails to meet its expectations this season. This prediction comes amid growing frustration among fans and analysts regarding the team's performance and management decisions. The sentiment among Lakers fans is increasingly clear. Many believe that Pelinka's tenure as GM has been marked by shortcomings. While this negative perception was previously not fully reflected within the organization, it appears that attitudes are shifting. Buha reports that doubts surrounding Pelinka's decision-making are intensifying, particularly in light of the team's inconsistent results on the court. This has led to speculation that his dismissal could be imminent if things do not improve. Last season, all the blame fell squarely on Darvin Ham. He was seen as responsible for every misstep and failure. But this year is different. There isn't a clear scapegoat like before, Buha noted. I believe the situation will remain uncertain until the end of the season. However, right now, it seems likely that Rob will be the one to go. Pelinka took over as GM of the Lakers in 2017, and after 3 years of hard work, he successfully led the team to an NBA championship in the bubble during 2020. This victory initially solidified his position and earned him praise from fans and analysts alike. However, since that championship run, his management has faced increasing scrutiny and criticism. One of the most significant missteps cited by fans and analysts alike was his decision to dismantle the championship roster in order to acquire Russell Westbrook. While many attribute that trade to LeBron James' influence, Buha believes Pelinka has failed to demonstrate adequate organizational skills in managing the team's roster. I think Russell served as an excuse for a while regarding the team's situation, Buha explained. It was a convenient narrative because it allowed everyone to understand why they couldn't fix the mess for a year or two. But that's over now. In fact, the team even reached the Western Conference Finals after trading him. The truth is, nothing has progressed since early last year. The frustration among fans is palpable, especially regarding Pelinka's perceived inactivity as GM. Many supporters have expressed their disappointment over his failure to make impactful moves during last offseason. Instead of taking responsibility for this lack of action, Pelinka has often pointed to injuries and new league rules as reasons for his conservative approach in managing the roster. While Buha acknowledges that there may not be a magic trade available that would solve all problems, he argues that there is no justification for Pelinka's reluctance to make bold moves. I don't believe there's a single trade that would elevate this team to the level of Oklahoma City or Boston, Buha stated. That's why we're talking about making at least 2 deals to raise our competitiveness. It's not easy, but you have to try to stay in contention. After all, one injury can change everything. It will likely require involving 1 or more first-round draft picks to make it happen. Indeed, projecting what could elevate the Lakers into becoming the best team in the league is challenging. However, it's essential to remember that often it's not necessarily the best team that wins championships. Rather, it can be about timing and opportunity. The right trades could position this franchise alongside teams like Denver, Dallas, and Houston, Buha explained. A favorable matchup or an injury to another competitor could also tip the scales in their favor. In defense of his actions, Pelinka argues that changes have occurred within the organization, though not necessarily in ways that fans or media might have preferred. He made a coaching change by parting ways with Ham and bringing in J.J. Redick while opting to keep much of the roster intact from last year's Western Conference Finals run. This decision was intentional. Before the season began, Pelinka articulated and justified his strategy. I'm constantly discussing our roster with J.J. and we have great confidence in our 15 players, Pelinka stated. Additionally, I believe continuity is key to achieving success at a high level in sports. We still haven't utilized players like Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt effectively yet. We see growth in players like Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura, for example. Thus, our bet lies on continuity. As speculation about Pelinka's future continues amid growing criticism from fans and analysts alike, it remains uncertain whether he will be able to navigate these challenges successfully or if he will ultimately pay the price for any shortcomings this season. The Lakers' performance on the court will likely play a significant role in determining Pelinka's fate as GM. If they can string together some wins and regain their footing in a competitive Western Conference, it may alleviate some pressure on him and provide breathing room for further evaluation of his strategies. However, if they continue to struggle and fail to make meaningful progress toward playoff contention, it could lead to serious consequences for Pelinka's tenure with the franchise. The upcoming trade deadline will be critical. How he navigates this period could determine whether he solidifies his position or faces dismissal. In conclusion, while Rob Pelinka has had moments of success during his time with the Lakers, most notably leading them to an NBA championship, his recent decisions have come under intense scrutiny from both fans and analysts alike. As pressure mounts and expectations rise within one of basketball's most storied franchises, only time will tell if he can turn things around or if he will become yet another casualty in a league where results are paramount. The Los Angeles Lakers have experienced a roller coaster of a season, and their recent resurgence is reflected in the latest NBA power rankings. After a challenging stretch earlier in the season, the Lakers are back in contention, showcasing their potential as they aim for another championship run. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. The season began with high hopes for the Lakers. They started strong, boasting a remarkable 10-4 record that positioned them among the elite teams in the league. This impressive start garnered significant attention and praise for head coach J.J. Redick, who was stepping into his first coaching role. Fans and analysts alike were excited about his innovative strategies and ability to connect with the players. Redick's approach seemed to resonate well with the team, leading to a thrilling brand of basketball that had spectators on the edge of their seats. However, as is often the case in sports, momentum can shift unexpectedly. Following their strong opening, the Lakers faced a series of challenges that tested their resolve. They lost 7 out of their next 9 games, a stretch that was marked by injuries to key players and inconsistent performances. These setbacks were particularly frustrating for a team that had started with such promise. The injuries not only affected individual players but also disrupted team chemistry and cohesion on the court. As a result, the Lakers found themselves slipping down the Western Conference standings, eventually landing in 10th place, a precarious position that barely kept them within reach of the play-in tournament. Despite these difficulties, the Lakers have shown resilience and determination to turn things around. Recently, they have won 4 out of their last 5 games, including an exhilarating last-second victory against the Golden State Warriors on Christmas Day. This win was not just significant for its timing, it served as a statement game that reignited hope among fans and players alike. The atmosphere in the arena was electric as LeBron James hit a clutch shot to seal the victory, reminding everyone why he is still considered one of the best players in basketball. Following this thrilling win over the Warriors, Bleacher Report updated its power rankings, and the Lakers climbed from 16th to 15th place. This upward movement reflects not only their recent success, but also their potential to continue improving as the season progresses. LeBron James remains a central figure in this resurgence. At 39 years old, just days away from turning 40, he continues to defy age-related expectations by averaging an impressive 23.5 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 9 assists per game. His leadership on and off the court is invaluable, providing guidance to younger teammates while still contributing at an elite level. As the Lakers have settled into Redick's coaching style over the past couple of months, they have begun to understand his expectations more clearly. However, it hasn't all been smooth sailing. Their offensive rating took a hit in December due to struggles with three-point shooting, a crucial component of modern NBA offenses. Fortunately, there are signs that this aspect of their game is beginning to improve. The coaching staff has been working diligently on refining their shooting mechanics and creating better opportunities for open shots. Despite these positive developments, the Lakers are acutely aware that they are not yet among the top contenders in the league. To truly compete for an NBA championship this season, they will likely need to make strategic moves before the trade deadline. The organization has several valuable contracts that could be leveraged for trades, including those of Jared Vanderbilt, D'Angelo Russell, Gabe Vincent, and Rui Hachimura. Each of these players brings unique skills to the table. However, reports indicate that management would prefer to retain Hachimura and Vincent if possible due to their potential impact on both ends of the court. As they look ahead to potential trades and roster adjustments, it's essential for Los Angeles to maintain health throughout their lineup. Injuries have plagued them this season and can derail even the most promising campaigns if not managed properly. Additionally, solid defensive play will be crucial as they aim to climb higher in the Western Conference standings. Defense has always been a hallmark of successful teams in NBA history. Thus, focusing on this aspect will provide them with a better chance at winning games consistently. In conclusion, while this season has presented its fair share of challenges for the Los Angeles Lakers, there is renewed optimism following recent performances. With LeBron James continuing to lead by example and an understanding developing under Coach Redick's system, there is potential for further growth as they move deeper into the season. The upcoming trade deadline will be pivotal. How they navigate this period could determine whether they solidify their status as true contenders or fall short once again. As fans eagerly watch how events unfold in Los Angeles over these next few weeks, one thing remains clear. This team has shown resilience and an ability to rise when it matters most. Whether they can sustain this momentum and make a significant push toward an NBA championship remains to be seen, but if recent performances are any indication, they are certainly on the right track. The Los Angeles Lakers are gearing up to be one of the most active teams in the NBA as they approach the trade deadline next year. With superstars LeBron James and Anthony Davis still leading the roster, the team has significant potential to emerge as a serious playoff contender. The combination of their star power and a strong supporting cast could make them formidable in the postseason. However, as with any NBA team, health will be a critical factor for the Lakers. Injuries have plagued them in recent seasons, impacting their performance and overall chemistry on the court. Nonetheless, this year, there is a sense of optimism surrounding the team. They have shown flashes of brilliance, but to truly compete for another championship, they may need to bolster their roster with additional talent. One player frequently linked to the Lakers is Cam Johnson, a forward currently with the Brooklyn Nets. Johnson has emerged as a valuable asset in the league due to his ability to shoot from long range and play solid defense. His skill set would be a perfect fit for the Lakers, providing them with a reliable three-point shooter who can also contribute on the defensive end. According to Bovada, the Lakers have favorable odds of acquiring Johnson if the Nets decide to trade him. They currently hold plus 400 odds, placing them third behind only the Oklahoma City Thunder and Golden State Warriors in terms of likelihood to land him. The Lakers have long been interested in Johnson, but his availability on the trade market remains somewhat uncertain. In his latest NBA column, insider Brett Siegel from Clutch Points provided insights into Johnson's potential trade situation. Whether or not Brooklyn truly parts ways with Johnson is a key topic that isn't getting enough attention, Siegel noted. While he is one of the better players available for trade this season, the Nets are in no rush to make a change with him. He is a player that the organization trusts, and at 28 years old, he stands out as one of the top secondary players in the league when paired with an established star. The Nets are looking for star-level talent next offseason, which only increases Johnson's value. For Los Angeles to secure Johnson's services, they will likely need to offer a substantial package in return. The Nets hold him in high regard and would probably require at least one first-round draft pick as part of any deal, if not more. This presents a challenge for the Lakers because they don't have an abundance of draft capital to work with. The Lakers' limited draft assets could hinder their chances of making significant trades this season. While it's unclear what moves Los Angeles will ultimately pursue before the deadline, they are expected to explore various options to improve their roster. As trade discussions heat up across the league, many teams are eyeing Johnson due to his impressive performance this season. He's averaging 19.1 points per game while shooting an impressive 42.3% from beyond the arc. His ability to stretch defenses makes him an attractive target for playoff-bound teams looking to enhance their rosters. In addition to Johnson, there are also rumors that the Lakers are interested in Dorian Finney-Smith from Brooklyn. Finney-Smith is known for his defensive prowess and three-point shooting capabilities, which would complement Johnson's skill set nicely and further enhance Los Angeles' versatility on both ends of the court. The Lakers' front office is reportedly willing to explore various options ahead of the playoffs to improve their roster depth and overall talent level. They understand that adding players like Johnson and Finney-Smith could provide them with both offensive firepower and defensive capabilities necessary for a deep playoff run. However, acquiring these players won't come without its challenges. The Nets are fully aware of Johnson's impact on any team's championship aspirations and therefore hold significant leverage in negotiations. This means they can demand a considerable price for his services. The Lakers must carefully weigh their options as they consider whether to part with valuable assets such as first-round picks or promising young players like Austin Reeves or Rui Hachimura in exchange for established talent like Johnson and Finney-Smith. Ultimately, if Los Angeles wants to maximize their chances of contending for a title with LeBron James and Anthony Davis leading the charge, they will need to adopt a bold approach during this trade period. The upcoming trade deadline presents an opportunity for them to make strategic moves that could reshape their roster and elevate their championship hopes. In addition to potential trades involving Johnson or Finney-Smith, it's important for the Lakers front office to evaluate their current roster's performance and identify areas that need improvement. This includes assessing how well their role players are contributing alongside their stars and determining if any adjustments need to be made before making significant trades. As discussions continue and potential trades loom on the horizon, all eyes will be on Rob Pelinka and his team as they navigate this critical period in hopes of securing the right pieces for another title run. The pressure is mounting not just from fans but also from within the organization itself as expectations remain high for this storied franchise. In conclusion, while Cam Johnson has emerged as a prime target for Los Angeles as they look to bolster their roster ahead of what they hope will be a deep playoff run, there are many factors at play that will determine whether they can successfully acquire him or other key players before the trade deadline arrives. As always in professional sports, timing is everything, and how well Pelinka manages this opportunity could define not only this season but potentially shape the future of the franchise itself.